We are live. Marisol, how are you, girlfriend?
Oh, well, talking to the girlfriend doctor, who couldn't be better? Yeah, I'm doing wonderfully well. Thanks, Anna. It's great to be here with everybody.
Well, I am glad to be here with you. And all our viewers, we've got a lot of excitement about this talk today to talk about the magic of castor oil. For me, when I think of castor oil, I think of Cleopatra and that richness, that beauty, that, there's that ancient kind of feel to it. And that's when things stand the test of time. It's really good. So just a big shout out to Amy Stafford's watching here. Cynthia, Gloria, Lynn, Susan, Cheryl, good to see you all. Karen, Christy, Teresa, I'm glad you guys are here. I am here with Dr. Marisol Teijero, and she is a girlfriend for sure. Yeah. A fabulous doctor. We have done some fun videos together, and we'll have links for all of that to share this information with you. But let's get started. Marisol, how are you doing?
Oh, just so wonderful. Every single time I'm invited to speak about castor oil packs and castor oil, I'm lit on fire, because this medicine, honestly, is from the years I've been in practice in the natural health industry. It's been over 20 years now. And I know I don't look it. I look like a little child.
You're so cute.
Honestly,
you're catching up to me. You're going to be 50 in just not too long.
Yeah, exactly. And, I owe a lot of it to castor oil, because I had a huge health revelation in my mid-20s. And I literally, if I look back to pictures, my body was unhealthy, my face was unhealthy, my skin was unhealthy. And a lot of it I owe to castor oil. And this is why I'm on such a platform talking to people about castor oil, because I really feel it is that number one medicine that you should have in your pharmacy cabinet, and in your first aid, and in your beauty cabinet, which is kind of cool. And it makes anything that you're using work better. So take even Jelva cream, which I love. Jelva cream is an amazing cream for the vagina, and adding castor oil with that as a sexual lubricant is it takes it up a notch. So it's one of those oils. And like you said at the beginning, when something has been used since 4000 BC. Okay, imagine that. This product has been used for since 4000 BC. It's been used by Cleopatra, by the medicine men and people, the priests of all the Egyptian temples. It was used by Hippocrates, the father of medicine. We all know him because of his famous quotes, let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food, right? All health begins within the gut. That's what Hippocrates is famous for.
And a part of our Hippocratic oath as physicians, we take the Hippocratic oath.
That's right.
And first, do no harm.
That's right.
Do no harm.
That's right. Because all the ancient doctors, what they looked for is they looked for a way to establish balance. Right? They figured out a way to create the foundation to really bring the body to naturally heal itself. So Galen, another famous ancient Greek doctor, would talk about the 4 humors of the body, like the black bile and the yellow phlegm. And you'd want to be balancing that in the system, because that's what brings on health. And you can think about it when women are transitioning into menopause, there is so much unbalance initially, right? Because it's a change of state. It's a change of phase. Right? It's you're going, no different when you're going from, a youngster to a teenager. There's a hormonal disbalance. You feel all awkward. Things feel so wrong in your body. All you want to do at that change is you want to create balance. And then again, when we're in menopause, we go almost through the same change of state. We have an entirely new hormonal revolution that is happening in our body, and our body's trying to figure out how to keep it balanced. And so this is where I just love castor oil packs, because it's my number one prescription with every single one of my patients. And I've been doing it mainly to create that balance whenever there is a change of state, whether that change of state be disease, right? An infection, or a mononucleosis, or a hormonal problem, a thyroid problem, or that change of state be even a broken leg, something acutely that happens just from an accident, right? Or a change of state mentally, right? Suddenly you're more pessimistic, you're unhappy, depression, sadness. All of these things require a rebalancing of the foundation in order to set health again.
Yes, yeah, so true. And I think again, this time-tested wisdom.
Yeah.
And I first ran across, and I shared this with you, Marisol, like first time I ran across, well, of course, we always heard about castor oil as an obstetrician,
Yes.
because that's one of the things that old wives' tale say,
Yeah.
have some castor oil
Right.
to increase, initiate labor. But I'm like, don't have castor oil because it creates a meconium baby. You have cramping, and so does the baby. So no castor oil to ignite labor. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
You could do a castor oil pack to ignite labor because the castor oil pack is gentle. It doesn't have that forceful diarrhea. All it does is gently stimulate smooth muscle contraction. So it's not going to be like a force, because the issue with taking castor oil orally to induce a baby is that you are creating a huge contraction and a huge elimination, and everything's coming out.
Oh yes, now
Yeah.
paracelsus. I mean,
Yeah.
we only want the uterus to contract.
That's right. That's right. And it'll do something. Yeah.
And even a tummy rub with castor oil, right?
Yeah.
You can do a tummy rub.
Yeah.
And that's a nice thing to do. And there's so much, and we're going to talk about the castor oil packs. And it was like, part of my healing journey around the world. I ended up in Norfolk, Virginia, and at a retreat center, Edgar Casey Retreat Center, and the therapy was that castor oil pack, and that was the first time I heard of it. And that using that special wrap to wrap it around your liver.
Yeah,
I thought that was fascinating. So tell us about this castor oil pack, and then I want you to give our audience some examples of people, results you've seen with doing this.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's so interesting because the history of castor oil is so rich, and now science is proving it like that it's true, that everything that we say that castor oil does, which is quite a bit, it helps you to poop better, sleep better, cleanse better. You're going to stress less. And you're also literally, you're just going to feel better in your body, which is so good. And Edgar Casey was what was called a medical mystic. I feel I follow along those lines. A medical mystic is someone who, really works with spirit and emotions and how we can rebalance ourselves from not only a physical state, but also like a body, mind, soul, and spirit, like everything, right? Because it's all part of who we are on this expression in earth. And so Edgar Casey repopularized it, and then the naturopathic practitioners took it over. Castor oil packs actually were used for quite a long time in the hospital system. Obstetricians were using it in Canada, I know for sure, up until about the 80s. And then I'm not sure what happened. It kind of, lost its fame again because back in the day, it was messy. What I did was I made it very simple, because when I first ran across it, I got very, very sick. And it wasn't my first time running across it. I'd actually been told to do a castor oil for about 15 years, and I never did it. It just seemed too messy, too much of a challenge, not worth the time. So then I made it really simple to do. And then I noticed the benefits, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, I took myself, who was always, busybody, go, go, go. I was a hormonal mess, a complete hormonal disaster, PCOS, overgrowth of hair, irregular periods. I may as well would have been in menopause because everything, I was hot flashing all the time. It was a real situation. And then my IBS was out of control. So I'd either go from completely constipated to diarrhea, and so much so that I couldn't even leave the house. I was scared to leave the house. To this day, I still have a little bit of that mental programming where I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I want to travel there. Will the bathrooms be open, or will there be bathrooms on the way? Just because it's such a history of that, right? Such a programming of that. But castor oil packs, what they did is they literally gave me balance in my body. And it is the most easy technique to do. So we use these organic castor oil compresses. Now, with castor oil, you want to be careful of one thing. Castor oil must always be in a glass bottle, because castor oil, you need the highest quality. You need to be organic. You need to be cold pressed. Extra virgin is the ideal, especially if you're using it for beautifying, because, castor oil improves collagen formation. It reduces darkening of the skin. This is very common as we're aging, liver spots, but also just, aging skin spots that happen as we get older. So just make sure, you're getting the highest quality, so that way you can get a benefit with reducing wrinkles, with reducing liver spots and darkening skin, and overall, getting a really beautiful glow to your skin. But the other thing is that castor oil is the most amazing, the best carrier oil. And And if you are using it contained in plastic, unfortunately, you're going to be carrying plastic into your body. Now, for women in menopause, this is very important to be careful of, because as we get older, we have an accumulation naturally of toxins within our body just because of the mere fact that we've been living on this earth for a longer amount of time. And the toxins that travel in fat, such as plastics, or those that come out of our body via fat, those we want them to be eliminating and not going inward. So you don't want to be doing a treatment that would bring those things inside your body. So our castor oil is 100% organic. It's, extra virgin olive oil. It's not olive oil, it's extra virgin, like your olive oil, sorry. Hexane free, chemical free. So it's very high in antioxidants and just great overall for your entire skin. And all that you do is this: you take this organic cotton flannel, you put 2 teaspoons on it. So let me see if I can not move my microphone too much. Put two tablespoons of castor oil on the pack. And then you place it on your liver, which is right underneath of your right rib cage. So if you don't know where that is, I always like to say, cross your heart to your liver and then place it right there. And so you can see on my little model here, so she's wearing the castor oil pack and she wears this to go to bed. And that's it. That's how easy it is. Now, what we've done is this as well too, is because castor oil packs are great. Whenever you put the pack on your body, it's like an escape button on your computer. So it takes you from being super stressed to super relaxed, which is, in my opinion, probably the most important part of therapy, because so many of us are running around frazzled. We're like too many things in our to-do lists. We can never focus on our to-be list, like the things that we really want to be doing now that we're coming of age. Right? We want to be working more on our to-be list. Like, what could we be doing? Not my to-do list that is overwhelming. But what we need to do is we need to start to create more relaxed state balance between the stress state. So castor oil packs, every time you do a castor oil pack, you start to create a balance between stressed and relaxed, stressed and relaxed. And the more of that you have, the better things go for you, because it's just life is more in flow. Everything is working better. So we do this, and we also encourage better sleep, because sleep, back in Egypt, they used to have sleep temples. Same in Greece. They would have sleep temples, and where they would do all the majority of the healing was during sleep. Figure that one out, right? So what we did was, right, because sleep is just so important. Like our body cleanses when we sleep. We get to review our day. Our subconscious in dreams can review what's good for us and what's not good for us. So I've always been a huge fan. Yeah.
Share about what we get. Karen asking, what is castor oil exactly?
Yeah. So
where did it come from? What is it exactly? And we have some videos. We're going to give you this link. I'm going to put here in our notes the link to our sales information about the castor oil, plus Marisol's special offer for our tribe that she's got going.
Very special.
More information. We did a series of little fun videos that were just good and informative to give you additional information. So be sure at the end of this to take a peek at that. So
castor oil.
Amazing castor oil.
Yeah, and it really is a unique oil. It's the most unique oil that exists. It's vegetarian, so it comes from a bean. It comes from this plant known as the castor plant, and it is also known, the oil is also known as the oil of Christ, like the palm of Christ oil. Right? Because it really it really is completely unique to any other oil. It's made up of a little bit of oleic acid. So that's the same thing that comes from olive oil. Also linoleic acid, same kind of source of omega fat that comes from like sesame oil. And then a very special molecule known as ricinoleic acid. And this is what makes it totally different from everything else. Because this molecule has the ability, because of its molecular weight, to go deep into the dermis. So most of your other oils, they're just hanging out on the top epidermal layer. But if you want to do things like build collagen, like it has to go deep into the dermis, because that's where collagen is built, with the circulation and the lymphatic system. So, castor oil, when we do a pack on the body, it works because the oil is the only type of oil that can go deep into the tissues and go into your liver and your organ systems, right? Whether you're having bloating after a meal, or you're not feeling well, or you feel like you've gained extra pounds around your waist, like all of these things like that's inflammation. A lot of extra weight in your abdomen is a lot of inflammation. And castor oil packs reduce inflammation. They balance microbiome. Like castor oil just has all of these benefits. Castor oil is even great as an oil pulling oil because it is amazing at resetting the microbiome. So I'll do every night like 1 or 2 teaspoons of castor oil, and I spit it out after 2 minutes. And I always feel my teeth are less sensitive. Many of my patients have reported their teeth really benefiting, like having to prevent cavities, etc. They, of course, checked with their dentist if I was right or not. So you always have to be checking with your dentist for you. But it's a very, very good, like preventative daily habit to get into that can really help with resetting the mouth health. And, all of our guts begin in the mouth and go down into the gut. And let me tell you, if you think that your hormones have nothing to do with your gut, no, that's not the case. Your hormones have everything to do with the gut. There's actually more hormones in your gut than there is actually in other places of your body. And the gut really balances and sets a foundation between all of the other systems of the hormonal, the nervous, and the immune system. And castor oil is just one of those oils that can work through all of the systems. And being vegetarian based is good for everybody. It has a very low allergic potential, which is even better. So it's extremely rare to have a reaction to castor oil. It's like almost negated. So the only thing that you can't do is drink too much of it, because back in the day, castor oil was used as a purgative, which means that it would make you go to the bathroom, but by taking it orally, but it would cause excessive diarrhea. As a castor oil pack, it'll help you go to the bathroom. It'll actually regulate your bowel movements. The most frequent testimonial that we get online is literally like, wow, I'm so amazed. I'm going to the bathroom every day. This is so abnormal for me. I've never had this in my lifetime. Thank you so much, Dr. Marisol. That's kind of the thing that everybody's talking about on our website. They're always like, wow, this is so amazing. I never thought this. We even have like men commenting on their feedback about how much they love it. And, men are often, they're not like women. Women are quick to the gun on these types of matters of being healthy and proactive, but men take longer. But when men are getting a lot of benefit too, wow. Like then, like this is, and I don't even need to say more because it's been around since 4000 BC. Why would it be around and why would it be working if it didn't work, right? So after getting rid of the fact that it was messy and a little bit like difficult to do because you had to get the whole shopping list, now it's not even about that. All you need to do is get the Queen of the Thrones castor oil pack and put it on. And it's literally good for everybody. A lot of my patients, a lot of our people do it with their husbands. So it's like wife and husband team doing it at night to go to bed. So they'll put the oil and they'll wear it to go to bed. For overnight, or sometimes even just for an hour, and they'll do it with their husbands, or they'll get their kids to do it earlier on. Some have their girlfriends doing it, and they're like a castor oil pack girl club.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a really good, it's a self-love and a self-care tool.
And it's around, it's so safe. We had a question from Susan. She said 2 teaspoons or 2 tablespoons on the pad.
Okay, so on the pad, it's 2 tablespoons the first time, and then you use less and less oil as you go. This alone saves you quite a bit of money because the old way to do the castor oil pack was to like use a whole bottle each time. So this is great. It's economical. You do need to replace the pack after every 2 to 3 months. With care, even that's with you caring for it, but just so that you know, it's not a forever thing, but you do need to replace your pack after every 2 or 3 months. So, but that's good. We have, the little offer we have is to get 2 for a better price. So if you do that, then you'll have an extra castor oil pack or an extra compress in order to replace it or to give to a loved one, right? A daughter, a child, or a husband. My husband is great. Like, I'm really proud of him. He's like, he always feels better after doing it. So that's what the great thing is. Oh, Lisa, fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. I just have found it to be such a tool because, beyond the health benefits, like, sleeping better, pooping better, your digestion is better, you absorb better, your microbiome is better, it makes your probiotics work better, and then of course you stressing less. One of the biggest keys of castor oil packs was that I used it to get a relaxation therapy for me at home. Because, I can go to the massage therapist, but I can't even go now with COVID, right? Or I used to be able to go to a massage therapist, but I couldn't do it every day. And I couldn't definitely afford to do it every week. And I wanted that hands therapy, something that would give me the same type of treatment. Same thing as like acupuncture, any of these treatments that you have to go physically out to a practitioner. With a castor oil pack, you could do it at home, and you're getting those same physiological benefits of someone doing hand therapy. Like you're actually producing oxytocin when you do a castor oil pack. And, you know, I know, Anna, you love oxytocin, right?
I love it.
Right? Yeah. Because oxytocin is that love and connection molecule. So it's loving you, it's connecting you. And I found super benefit when I was starting to learn how to do a meditation routine. Meditation for many of us can be very difficult, especially if you've been that little, you know, bucket of stress nerves, or if you're one of those persons who's like a go, 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 go. Meditation is really, really tough. But with your castor oil pack, it can help you to get over those humps of learning how to meditate. So that's the awesome part. I kind of forgot about using this, but sometimes very small amount in my eyelids helps me fall asleep. You got it, Cheryl. Yeah. So what we did was this, is that I'm a big sleep believer. So like Cheryl said, Cheryl would, you know, put castor oil on the eyelids. FYI, it's also very good for your eyes. Like, so putting it on your eyelids can help your eye health as well. But we created
a little bonus of time period is that I stopped doing extensions so I could use my castor oil on my eyes.
Right? Yeah. And this is the thing, because so castor oil has been known, Cleopatra was known for her beautiful hair, her beautiful eyebrows and eyelashes that were just stunning and thick. And this is what castor oil does. So what we do is we have our little cosmetic castor oil kit right here. And so it comes with a brush, and it also comes with an eye mask. So what you do is you dip it in the oil, and you take this little spoolie brush and you put that on your eyelashes, right? And you try to go like this because you want to get the castor oil right deep up against the eyelashes, and you do that on both eyes. And then you put the castor oil in the brush area, and you brush on your eyebrows to make them thicker, right? And you do that every night. Pretty much everyone reports a benefit. And then I put the castor oil around my eyes. So all around my eyes, the darkening circles around the eyes, around like any of these like crow's feet that you might think that you're feeling, or if you have any areas where you feel that you're getting a really demarcated line, place castor oil on that. And then what you do is you wear your eye mask to sleep. And, you know, just wearing an eye mask, everybody, so important. Do you know that just wearing an eye mask, the same principle as a castor oil pack, when you put it on your body, it relaxes you. An eye mask relaxes you, but it goes one step further. It helps with production of natural melatonin. So that is a super anti-aging molecule, antioxidant for women, so important. It actually decreases as we age. And if we have it in elevated levels, it means we're going to sleep better, but it also protects us against hormonal cancers. There's a lot of evidence that women who have higher level of melatonin are more protected against hormonal cancers later on in age. Because we all know we got to be conscious about this, right? Because, you know, breast cancer most often hits women, you know, past 40 in their 50s as they're transitioning into menopause, and there's that hormonal change, right? So this is a great practice to get into now, you know, preventatively. It'll give you all the benefits of just feeling better and looking better, but then also you're doing such goodness for your body. You're really self-caring and you're really self-loving with this.
Oh, absolutely. And I think there's so much of that self-love. We've got a lot of good questions from the community.
Oh, awesome.
And just letting people know, I hid myself for a minute. I was looking for my castor oil to see if I brought it up from the car, because I did bring it with me on my road trip to Texas.
Awesome.
So, right, many of you can tell I am in a hotel in Texas, in a hotel anyway. And but I wanted to get you this important information. Colleen asked, I was told by my functional medicine doctor that I need to do a castor oil pack after having my gallbladder removed.
Yeah,
said I felt tight in that area. That is awesome. Good advice.
Yeah. And Colleen, if you didn't know, what the reason why is because castor oil also works very well on scar tissue as well as stretch marks. So, you know, if you're having stretch marks, maybe from when you had babies and, you know, they've always bothered you, or even if you're finding maybe you're getting some more, you know, doing these castor oil packs, it improves the appearance of the stretch marks. It tightens up the skin, but it also breaks down any areas that are tightened or if things need to move. So post-surgery for gallbladder, it's amazing. It's also amazing for people who don't have a gallbladder because it's a source of essential fats from the skin inwards. And it's fats that you go straight to work in your body with without having to be digested. So you don't have to have any of those pains. But that's amazing. I love your functional medical doctor. They're right on it. They know their stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. And we absorb so much. I mean, just to emphasize that, we absorb so much from our skin. I mean, any oils we put on our body gets absorbed within our body. So having that ability to use it topically, because it's potent, right? Versus having to take it internally.
Yeah.
There are certain sometimes reasons we may do that. Every once in a while, I'll take a little bit or swish my mouth every once in a while. But there are other good reasons. Now, Susan asked, do you sleep with the pad all night?
Yes.
You said just sometimes all night or an hour is fine.
Yeah.
What about the eye mask?
So the eye mask, for sure, make a practice of going to sleep with the eye mask and wearing it overnight. You're going to just see, even just with the eye mask, like I don't leave home literally without it. I don't go to bed without my eye mask. I notice like I look significantly different, which is number one. But number two, more important to me, is I feel like my sleep is always a lot deeper. Now I do a little hack with castor oil packs. So I'm so happy you guys are all here, because this is kind of secret information that I share with the menopause community is that, I know that some of you may be experiencing hot flashes or night sweats and just feeling that kind of heat surge. I call them power surges, because to me, menopause is a time of life that I see so many women owning who they are. And I love seeing my women in menopause, all my patients. But you are nevertheless having these experiences. Doing a castor oil pack over time is going to help to reduce them, which is great. But in the meantime, how do you deal with it? So it's summertime, it's a little bit hotter. Normally you do your castor oil pack overnight, but if you're getting hot flashes and night sweats and you feel it's too hot, then I recommend you do it in the daytime when maybe you're exercising, or wear it at least for an hour, and you'll still get benefit, not as much as wearing it overnight, but you're still getting benefit. If you're exercising with it, you'll still get more benefit than just wearing it, not doing anything. So it gives you lots of varieties of treatments. So even if one night, maybe you got a little fancy with your husband or your partner and you forgot to put on your pack, you fell asleep, and you can always go in the next morning and put it on, and you haven't missed a day. So that's the key.
Yeah, no, that's good. And Amy asked, I wonder if it would help at all with rosacea.
Okay, great question. So rosacea is often correlated to low stomach acid. And that is a classical sign in naturopathic medicine. We'll see people with their reddening cheeks, and then they'll have low stomach acid. And oftentimes they might have B12 or iron deficiencies, or maybe a little bit of immune stuff going on in their stomach. So because castor oil packs are so great at regulating digestion and absorption and elimination, right off the bat, there's going to be benefit in your digestion. So you'll probably notice that like bloating will improve, you'll go to the bathroom better. And then over time, if you continue it and you continue doing things like, green smoothies are so important. I love keto diet. Like hopefully you're doing Anna's keto diet. I love it so much. All these things, if you're incorporating these things together over the long run, you probably will get very good benefit and a reduction of the rosacea, and it definitely wouldn't hurt to put it topically on there as well too. But rosacea begins in the gut, so it's even more important for the castor oil pack to be a real part of it.
Kay asked, she needs the cloth by itself with the ties, your pack. Do you have that by itself on your site?
Yeah, too? We do. We have it as a refill castor oil pack just on our site. Kay, I do encourage you to go look at the link that Dr. Anna has, because it's a really special promotion, and really you're going to get such a value for it. You may as well get our organic castor oil, because you probably won't be able to beat the quality, and the benefit is really there. So just take a peek at that, but we do have it as well on the website if you need that.
Yeah, and you have like the initial order, and then when you enter that, you'll be offered a really special deal on your beauty pack.
Yeah, exactly. So you can buy a castor oil pack, you get a discount, plus you get a really great ebook all about the very big details of castor oil. And then if you want to get free shipping, which is, $12.50, you save that. You get a second castor oil pack, and you save the shipping. And then you'll be offered a beauty sleep kit. And if you want to buy 2 of them, you can do that as well too. And again, the discounts keep on going up, as well as we'll give you ebooks with all of those so that you have all the routines. The ebook that we're offering is about how to use a castor oil pack, but also like the 5 tips on how to use castor oil in your beauty routine, including like washing your face with castor oil. You can even do a scrub, which you can use, like you can do a scrub instead of matcha green tea, which I often say you can use your greens, Anna, which is so awesome. And yeah, the maca. And same with the mask. You can use the maca with the clay. And it's awesome because you're just providing all this antioxidant support straight to the skin, into the body, right? Awesome.
I've had to do that a couple times lately, Mighty Maca with the castor oil, and just let that stay on.
It's awesome, eh? Like I've done it too, and it feels really good. And it just like, I find that it binds, and you know, maca is also such a powerful herb hormonally and just for the skin. It's so great.
And I think one of our users from Facebook, one of our clients, said the thickness viscosity of castor oil is tough to manage a bit. What do you recommend? I know it's like anything, an acquired taste, but it's really good for you.
Yeah, so our quality of our oil is literally like top notch. Like I've researched the world, I traveled, I go find it. Yeah, because I mean, I use it on myself so much, and my family, my kids, my husband, and my patients, and my people, and I love everybody. I want only the best for everybody, right? So it's the highest quality. So what people find is that our oil really truly just absorbs very rapidly into the body, because again, it's that first cold pressed, you know, highest nutrient value. So and our bodies, many are craving the nourishment. So it literally like you know, sucks into the body. And then when you take off your castor oil pack, what you'll find is that really there's barely any left on your skin, and it's literally just like a little rub and it's gone. And on your face, it's the same thing. Like literally it absorbs so rapidly overnight. Like you'll have a little bit of a thickness when you go to bed, but when you wake up in the morning, just the skin around your eyes just feels like a baby's bottom, and it just feels really good. I always say like my face feels like a baby's bottom, although it gets so much exposure to the world.
Well, that's good. That's rejuvenating. I want to go ahead and share your page. So when you click that link that we gave you, you will come to, now you should see that page. So you have an offer. Oops, sorry. Ha! Can you see that?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I'm having technical difficulties today. So my internet and everything else, but we're working on it. And so you can walk through this offer too, because it's a really nice offer. It's a nice package, a nice bundle that you've put together for us.
Yeah. And then the free shipping is big too, right? Because shipping is castor oil. It does come in a heavy glass bottle. So our shipping tends to be a little bit more expensive. So anything you can do to get free shipping is always of added value. But that was the key too. Like when I was getting this oil, you know, it's incredibly hard to find castor oil in a glass bottle. And if you have castor oil in plastic, honestly, like my opinion is to dump it, because, and I know it's an ecological, like just, we don't want to be throwing things away. But the thing is that castor oil that's been in plastic, castor oil is such a strong carrier oil. It is literally going to be absorbing all those plastics. And that's the last thing that you want to put into your body then, right? So just really make sure quality, your castor oil always in a glass bottle.
Yeah, and then here you have your single offer and then double up offer, and it's actually, you know, you save on shipping, so you save over $20.
Yeah,
with this order.
Yeah,
you got to watch our videos. We did some educational videos, which is so fun, and comments here, and you talk more about it. And then when you go ahead and add to cart, you should get the offer for the beauty bundle once you enter everything. So you'll also get the offer for the beauty bundle.
Yeah.
So very cool.
Right.
All right. And there we go. Okay. Oops, wait, hold on. That's our email. Let me come back out of here. Stop sharing. There we go. Okay. We got a bunch of questions in, so I want to go ahead and answer these questions too. So that's the link. The link's in the notes for you guys. And we had so many beautiful questions. Is it okay to use with MCT oil? Asks one of our Facebook users.
I don't know what the purpose would be of that. Like you could use it if you wanted to do it topically. I think I need more in like with MCT oil for oil pulling, or like it's topically, no, because the MCT oil, it wouldn't benefit you topically. You'd be wasting your money. Orally, if you're taking it internally, yes, it'd be fine to do it with that. As well as it, I mean, I still wouldn't bother for oil pulling with the MCT oil, because you're just going to get more benefit, and castor oil is much less cost than MCT oil would be to you.
Yeah, I would just say use them individually because they each have their strengths and benefits, like for the oil pulling or whatever. But you know, I don't know. I love castor oil and its pureness and being able to use it that way.
You got it.
And a question from Donna. She said, "Can you wear the pack in different areas or only at the liver?"
That's such a great question. In fact, if you look at the pack, I made it in the shape of an infinity sign. And I made it in the shape of our boobs, right? My mother had breast cancer, and it was always really important for me to make sure that we could do things to move the lymphatic system all around this area. But you can also wear it on like low back. So whenever I travel, I take it with me, and oftentimes I'm carrying a lot of luggage. And so many nights I'm doing a castor oil pack on my back for back pain. It is so good for back pain. If you have a husband or a friend or anyone with back pain and it's unrelieving, castor oil works really, really well for that. You can wear it on a hip if you have sciatica. You can wear it on your pelvic region if you have fibroids, right? If you have any problems with your ovaries, anything like that, you can wear it there. Directly, if you have a really bad case of a stomach upset, you can just wear it in the front of your abdomen. You can put it on the shoulder. So this pack is versatile. You can put it anywhere on your body where you need help and it feels in pain and doesn't feel good. If you remember only one thing from this video is that castor oil moves things. So it moves things. So wherever things are stuck, inflamed, stagnated, weight gain, scar tissue, castor oil is going to break that apart and give it flow and build the foundation so it can regrow healthy. That's its goal.
Yeah. And Terry's already ordered. She said she didn't see the final total before, but I'm sure it just took a minute to populate.
Yeah, it should be at the bottom. Yeah. Perfect, yeah. Terry. Excited for you.
Yes. Congratulations. And so you get one pad with the initial order, but you have the option to double your order. A great question from Donna. Can you add essential oils to it?
Yes. That's my favorite thing to do is get magical with your medicine, and essential oils are so magical. One of my favorite oils I love doing with the liver pack is frankincense. I just love frankincense, just its biblical connotation and everything. I like that. Also lemon essential oils as well as lavender. Lavender also, FYI, has great antiviral activity. So it's a wonderful little addition to any pack just now when we're like trying to be really healthy and make sure our immune system and our body's working really well. So I love adding essential oils. Now, if you're doing it cosmetically, like around the eyes and all these things, don't use essential oils around the eyes because that is dangerous. But anywhere else on the body, absolutely. I have a great little a recipe that I love to do called Save the Day Salve. It's castor oil mixed with baking soda, equal parts. You basically make it into a paste. So you want to put it into a little jar. And then I add a little bit of melaleuca or tea tree oil. And I use that on fungal toenails, any type of fungal skin stuff. So if you've got like ringworm or jock itch or, in your athlete's foot, anything like that, you can apply this Save the Day Salve with the melaleuca tea tree oil. And an FYI, without the tea tree oil, it's really great on mosquito bites. Like it takes away the pain right away and takes away the swelling. So that's super great. And because it's summertime, castor oil you can even use as an after sun care for your skin. Put it on ASAP.
That sounds great, especially with the baking soda, right? As that salve. Now I'm also thinking about our horses. Absolutely, we can use that on horses, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but we're definitely going to use that for the bites, the bruises, the things like that they're often are getting. Susan asked, she goes, I was going to say, Susan asked, how big is it to go around the waist?
It's long. So you're going to have it's very, very long, and there's double the size. So you'll definitely be able to, even if you're a large size person, I mean, you're going to be able to definitely tie it up. Like if you see that, there's a lot of giveaway. It's the pack is made one size fits all for the liver, right? Because our main goal with the castor oil pack is frequent liver packs and abdomen packs. So it's a perfect size for all of us because we each, no matter what physical shape and size you are on the outside, usually your liver is somewhat the size of a football. So it isn't going to get that much bigger. And as long as we anatomically get the area, so again, right underneath of your rib cage, from your across your heart to your liver. You put it right there, and that's where your benefit's going to be. So we really haven't had any problems with complaints on size.
Yeah, and a big shout out for all our ladies in our Keto Green community that are doing our round of Keto Green 16, especially during our fasting days and detox days.
Yes.
Using these castor oil pads. I'm on day 2 of fasting. Can I tell you how hard that is when you travel?
Yes.
It is really hard, but all I said to myself, like, I promise, I'm going to get through today.
Yes,
one
today.
day at a time. So this is I've just completing day 2, and I'm going to find my castor oil. I believe it's in my car still. I haven't unpacked. I'm in temporary housing right now, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I would encourage our listeners, definitely, when you're doing a detox, doing these castor oil packs, and also because we're detoxing makeup often, except I had to put my red on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, to do that castor oil pack. And I love the idea of using it as a salve. So many things. I mean, it should be in your things that I have in my medicine cabinet at all times.
Yeah.
This is one of them. This is absolutely one of them.
Yeah.
So it is really important to stock up. Liver cleansing, detoxing, supporting yourself through anything that needs your immune support, through an inflammatory issues, that can really help. We got a lot of great questions here, and I know I'm honoring your time so much. Thank you.
No worries. And let me just say quickly about the cleansing and when you are doing a fast, like castor oil packs, because they shift your body into the relaxed state, you can you are supercharging all your cleansing ability. So you are upregulating your liver enzymes to modulate and eliminate. You're opening up all your excretion pathways outwards. So you are I wouldn't in clinical practice with my patients do a cleanse with any patient unless they were doing castor oil packs. That's how much I feel they're important, because the problem people get into where they'll get sluggish, or they'll feel like they have detox symptoms, or they want to give up after 3 or 4 days, is just because you're not moving things out. So castor oil prevents all of that. So do it. You'll love it. Yeah.
And then when you take it internally, how much do you recommend to take it for severe constipation or other irritable bowel syndrome?
Yeah, so I still don't often recommend it orally. I'm the same as you. I really feel that isn't its best role. I always say must do a castor oil pack, number 1, because you want to have that foundation and you want to regulate things. Otherwise, you're going to be just addicted to another laxative like other laxatives, and we don't want that for your body. Like, what's very, very, very important, and recall, I'm not your doctor, so I can't say specifics about you, but this is what I've done in my practice. Always check with your doctor first, is that, the FDA as well as Health Canada approved castor oil to be used 1 to 2 tablespoons, up to 3 tablespoons per day. Now, this is a huge amount. I would definitely start even lower than that if you were going to do anything. I mean, sometimes with really, really severe chronic constipations, I'll microdose it on patients to start, which means I would start with like a 1/4 of a teaspoon for 2 days, see if it did anything. And then I'd bump up to 1/2 of a teaspoon, see if it did, until we got stuff moving. Keeping on doing the castor oil pack and then weaning off of the oral oil, because I don't want people on the oral oil. It's not the best way to use it. It won't serve you in the best way.
Yeah, no, good. We had the question from Deborah, will it tighten skin on the abdomen?
Now, yes, but it takes time. It's not going to be like an overnight thing. Like I tried it for 2 or 3 months and it changes it. It takes time. I've been doing castor oil packs, now I believe for about 10, 11 years. And I used to have a lot of hanging skin on my abdomen, including stretch marks, and all of it is firmed up. It's not perfect by no means, but I feel completely different from what I was before. So I've noticed the change, and a lot of people report it as well too. So, but remember, it's over time and it's consistency. This is a health practice for life. You want to commit to it and stick to it and figure out a way to make it your practice, because you will love it when you do that.
Yeah. No, we're getting a lot of good conversation here too in the comments here. I'm going to try to get to a few more here. Brittany posted the link, and that link that's great. That's to your offer. Awesome. And the question from Susan, do you have a travel size bottle?
Yes, we totally do. In the cosmetic kit, it's 100 ml bottle. So that's why we recommend people to always get the Castor Oil Pack bundle and then also get the cosmetic beauty kit, because there they have the travel size. Because, you know, me and Anna, we travel, so we need to have little tiny oil bottles, and and of course, cosmetically too, you want that small little bottle. So you've got them all when you get the Castor Oil Pack bundle and you get the cosmetic kit. So you got it all.
And Kaz asked, how many times do you use it before you wash it? And we actually did a video on this too. So we have some good videos there.
Your goal is to try to go without having to wash it. That's the key. So what you do is you use 2 tablespoons the first time, and then every time you use less and less oil. Your goal is to keep it away from the seams. So usually I can get about 15 days worth without having to wash it. So, I mean, the first time you do it, you might not be so skilled at it. That's why it's a good thing to have 2 packs, because then you can do one and then wash it, and you have the secondary pack, and you can just keep on going with the other one, and you can learn how to work with it. Because remember, this is a practice you're going to be doing. And the cool thing about this practice is it only takes 2 minutes a night. This and the beauty routine, 2 minutes, easy peasy. Anyone can do it. It's more work to, wake up in the morning. If you think about it, it makes
more work to brush your teeth than to do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's more work to brush your teeth than it is to do a Castor Oil Pack. You're going to wake up really much better when you're wearing these packs. That's for sure. Yeah.
And Madison asks, if you can't do it every day, I mean, if I do it once a week, honestly, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I always say, the gold standard would be every single night. If you can do that, amazing. If not, aim for 5, and if not, aim for 3. You're going to get benefit irregardless. And even just using sometimes the castor oil as something that you use acutely is good. But, I'm always encouraging people to make it a practice, because you'd be surprised how easy it is. Because if you work out and say you can't do it at night, but if you work out, you spend any time at the gym or you go out for a walk, put on your pack. Just put it on. Every time I take my dog for a walk, if I haven't done my pack at night, I'm putting my pack on and take her for a walk, because it just makes it really, really simple to do, right? So you just put it into your lifestyle. If I'm working at home in the morning and I haven't done it at nighttime, I'll wear it during the morning, right? Or if I'm meditating, I'll wear it when I meditate. Or anything that I'm doing that's easy activity, I'll do it. If I go into the sauna, I'll wear my castor oil pack. So, but at least try for 3 to 5 times per week, make a little commitment sometime during the day. I mean, you still get benefit if you only do it once. But again, I want to teach you what is the gold standard.
Yeah, no, that's good. And Janet, you should get that link. Brittany posted it and I posted it. It's in the show notes. So just click that link. Barbara asks, I'm African-American, 59-year-old. I'm developing hyperpigmentation and lots of moles. Will castor oil help with that? Barbara, also, that's a quick sign of insulin resistance.
Yes.
So what's your hemoglobin A1C? Do keto green, because insulin resistance will cause hyperpigmentation and will cause skin tags, moles, especially in areas that connect, like our skin, our underarm, our bellies.
Yeah, and it's all liver. A lot of that is liver based. So castor oil pack, absolutely. And I have a great story. My very first patient was African American, and she walked in, and I literally thought she was 50 years old. She just was so glorious and so beautiful. And it turned out by the end of the visit, she schooled me, and she told me about how she was Caribbean and she'd been doing castor oil since the beginning of time. Her grandmama used to make her take a spoonful every week to get rid of parasites in the tropics. And then she also said that her beauty routine was completely with castor oil, which is why she looked so young. And then she told me she was 75, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. But it really further emphasized how incredible castor oil is. But like Anna said, that hyperpigmentation moles, we still want to be doing the castor oil pack because of that insulin resistance, right? So if you're having those changes, do the castor oil pack and wear it topically, and the keto green diet would be great.
Yeah, great. And just a couple people have ordered and they say, where is the eye kit? So just let me know if you've ordered, did it go ahead and upsell you the eye kit? And if not, just email.
If it didn't, we can figure it out. Yeah, we might have not added it on. And if we didn't, I can send another link and we can get that for Anna. We'll do that.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you. Because we love everything, all things related to beauty.
Yes.
All things related to beauty. Deborah said she's going to try it because she has no gallbladder and need this.
Good.
And Helena, we talked washing it typically after 2 to 3 months. Oh no, 15 uses. Sorry, 15 uses.
15
and
uses.
Just to back on that uses, I would say that when I first started doing castor oil pack, it was a daily routine for 2 weeks. And I think that just really helped kickstart detoxification. And again, now I brought it with me. So I'm going to find it in my car and put it on tonight as I'm on day 2 of water fasting with my Keto Green 16 challenge community, or day 15 of our Keto Green 16 plan. And I'm modifying my fasting here. So Amy said, so glad you mentioned about horses. I wonder if it would work on our horse resistant thrash. Well, does it work on thrash?
Yeah, so it's orally. So the thing would be that you wouldn't want to have the horse ingest it, right? Because then it would have a lot of diarrhea. But I'd imagine if you used a cotton padding and you tried to something like one of those not the brushes, but they're like little foam things that dentists use in the mouth. If you did something like that and rubbed it around the tongue to see, I would try it. On it, the eye offer did appear. Oh, thank God. Okay, I thought my team did it. Wonderful. I said, it's Anna's ladies. Me and Anna talk all the time about the beauty stuff. We're always like, oh, we look so good with our castor oil. I'm like, we have to have it. That in our Jelva. Right? We're
exactly.
I'm like, her ladies are going to absolutely want to have that offer. So awesome. And that the offer is great too with the ebook. It gives you lots of good details. So.
Yeah. Deborah asks, will it stain the sheets? You have to be really careful. I've stained 1 or 2 of my favorite shirts. So it is some potent stuff.
Yeah, I do recommend this. So we say, like, in case you're not if you're a mover sleeper, wear a t-shirt over it, and then that way you're more protecting your sheets, or a towel underneath. Expect that it will stain your sheets. Like me and my husband, we're over it now. We're okay if it stains the sheet, because we figure it's just the middle part, and we're so committed to the practice. So then we wash it and they look fine, and then once we'll notice the castor oil there. So it doesn't completely remove off in the laundry. So just be careful with your textiles. I just say, I don't know, get into the practice. You'll see, like, no one's going to see that part of your sheets. Only you will know, and you'll be doing that for a good aspect for your healthcare. So it's one way you can look at it. And the other way is just be preventative, and just, this is the best way to do it where it's not messy. And if you're too worried, then just do it during the daytime with an old shirt.
Yes. Yeah. And Susan said, I love this. Susan, yes, you can absolutely share this video from my main page, not from our private groups. If you're watching from our private groups, you can share it from my YouTube channel. So my Dr. Anna Quebeca Health YouTube channel. So find it there. And a little one was just running by. And so definitely share from my YouTube channel, or go to at Dr. Anna C Facebook main page, and you can share it from there. We'll have a share button there, and also make sure you're on my email list and forward the emails, because that gives you the links to the videos too. Awesome. Some good stuff. So I saw this question. Vicky asked, and hey, Vicky, by the way, how are you? She said, I saw your video and did the oil pulling with the castor oil. It was okay. Only 2 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. Only 2 minutes, and 1 to 2 teaspoons. And honestly, I brush my teeth afterwards. The taste is fine. It's just a non-taste. That's what I feel it is. It doesn't really have a taste. And it's so much better, because it's not like coconut oil and sesame oil where you had to do like 20 minutes. And, it was like prestigious, but this is so simple. It's like 1 to 2 minutes. I'm literally like, you know what I do? I actually take the spoonful and I go sit on the toilet. I'm like that on the toilet. And then I come out and I finish my mouth brushing routine, and I finish my eyes and my castor oil pack, and I go to bed. It's perfect.
Don't fit it in the sink, right? In a paper towel in the trash can.
That's right. Yeah. And then like a little container, like I have a little glass container that I just put the oil that I spit out, and then I collect it, and then I get it out in the garbage.
Okay, good. Janet says, is this okay for type 1 diabetics? I would say it is.
That's a wonderful thing, is that this is the only type of person who can't use it is someone when you're actively pregnant, because when you're like pregnant, you could, move the baby out. So you don't want to do that. Even if you're trying to get pregnant, I mean, this might not be necessarily for your population or your people, but if maybe your daughters are looking to get pregnant, they can do the pack from their period up until ovulation, and then they stop. But other than that, whether you have whatever the condition may be, again, remember, castor oil packs, they move wherever there is stagnation and things aren't really moving the way that they normally should. By the way, God told us to have things moving and flowing. So it brings back flow into your body, and it sets a foundation so that you can really live your best life.
Yeah, which is essential. Well, Marisol, I thank you so much for your generous time, and thank you for your offer to our community and putting this bundle together. Yes. It is first class, you guys. This is something you definitely want to have. And I'll make sure Brittany will put the links into our groups. If you guys don't see the group link, it should be in the comments at the top of the video, above the video. You should see that. It's also on our YouTube page. So, but we'll make sure we put it in the comments too for you for whatever reason, or definitely check at sometimes that happens with the groups. We post to the main page through this amazing platform, but sometimes you don't see it maybe in the groups, but we'll get that figured out for you guys. Or just definitely check out on my YouTube page and my main page, and check your emails, because we have the link in there. It went out today. I think the title of the email was like poop, boop, I don't know what it was. It was something.
I love it.
Was it's good, and it's good to have a conversation with the kids. Marisol, when she was here, she educated my daughter and her friend, and they're like, "Let's talk about poop."
Oh,
they were having a good time with that.
Yeah. Well,
so
this is so important. These are the foundations of health, right? I always noticed in clinical practice, like that when patients did it, when patients did these packs, they were so much better faster, because they would all come to me taking supplements, taking this, taking that, doing the right exercises. But when they added in these packs, it's like everything that they were taking was working better. Everything that they were doing for their health was working that much better. And they all said, this exponentially makes everything that I'm doing work better. I am amazed. And when people start doing packs, they don't stop them, because they know. And even if you go for a period of time when you kind of forget to do it, because this happens with our health practices, when you get back in it, you're like, oh, why did I stop doing it? Because
Oh yeah, definitely. So, well, thank you again, Marisol, and everyone can find you too at the Queen of the Thrones, right?
You got it. Yeah, Queen of the Thrones on Instagram and on Facebook, and of course my website, www.drmarisol.com.
Thank you for being here today, you guys. Check out that link. And thanks for all our listeners: Marianne, Alicia, Helena, Marcia, Cheryl, Colleen, oh my gosh, you guys, and enjoy. Vicky, they've all ordered. Deborah, thank you guys. Susan, thank you guys too. And let me know how you love it. I can't wait to hear about your success with it too, because this is one of those things that, going back to Hippocrates, like we talked about in the beginning, first do no harm, something that does so much good. Yeah. So thank you, everyone.
Love it.
Good night. Have a good night.
Bye.